Happening right now at 5, old homes are making way for a new power substation in Bel Air. We'll take a closer look at those renovations coming up in just moments. But before that, we've got a first look at your forecast this evening. We did wake up to some frost on the windshields early this morning before the sun started to warm things up. It was a pleasant afternoon, though. Thanks for joining us tonight for 7 News at 5. I'm Kathryn Guyan. Let's take a live look outside right now over Moundsville, where you can see it looks like a pretty clear and calm start to our night. But what about the rest of it and even our weekend? Let's get a first check of that forecast from meteorologist Tyler Vangie. Hi there, Tyler.
Well, good evening, Kathryn. It's definitely a frosty morning, like you said. It was rather cold, but we quickly filtered in some sunshine, and that allowed that frost to go away as well as temperatures to climb, shaping up to be a rather beautiful day. I hope everyone had a great week. And in store for this weekend, well, we got that sweater weather and plenty of hot chocolate. Hopefully you got it on deck. Let's take a look. First, though, at calendar countdown, well, only 16 days until Christmas. Hopefully you did some of that shopping over Black Friday and Thanksgiving. Only 23 days until New Year's, 38 days until Martin Luther King Day, and 73 days until President's Day. So only 16 days until you get some more time off of work. But for the meantime, satellite and radar starting to showcase some of that cloud coverage making its way into our region. That'll be expected tonight and into tomorrow, as well as some precipitation. Well, quick look at what you can expect for this weekend. Well, 47 degrees, sitting in that mid-40s for the whole weekend under mostly cloudy skies, and expect some PM showers Saturday night into your morning on Sunday, and shaping up for mostly cloudy skies for that kickoff at 1 p.m. That is going to be at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. I'll have a full look at all things weather as well as that rain timed out, and a full look at my forecast coming up in just a couple minutes. But for now, we'll send it back over to news.
Tyler, thanks. Well, just like the summer months, winter is a time that most people either can't wait until it comes or they can't wait until it's over. But no matter which side you are on, it's good to understand the season before the thermometer really starts dropping. 7 News reporter Colin Roos joined Chief Meteorologist Zach Petty and asked an expert some frequently asked questions.
It's true. I'm not a winter person. Whenever I see temperatures that get below 50 degrees, it just makes me wish I was back in July. But we all want to be prepared for sub-freezing temperatures. That's why Zach and I went to West Virginia's top climatologist to answer some questions about my least favorite season, starting with the wind chill. The reason the wind makes winter so much colder is that it takes away the air that naturally insulates your body.
But whenever the wind starts to blow, it starts to destroy that thin protective layer of air that's around your body. And then that allows then heat to escape. So as heat starts to escape your body, you feel cooler as a result. And that's why if you're around a fan or any type of wind, your body feels colder.
We also got the chance to ask Dr. Law about the difference between weather watches and warnings. He says a watch just means that conditions are favorable for something to happen. An advisory means a little snow will be hitting the ground, and a warning means it's time to head to the grocery store to stock up.
Let's say we have a winter weather advisory. Well, you might see an inch or two of snow. But if you see a winter weather warning, that means you're probably going to have several inches of snow.
Now, I could get through the worst of it in January and February if we could at least have snow for Christmas. But it seems like we usually get green grass and sun. Dr. Law says a December 25th with snow on the ground is an uncommon event at best in West Virginia.
I would say we range anywhere from about 10% of a chance to maybe as high as 40% in the mountains. So that means the majority of the state might have a white Christmas maybe 1 or 2 times per decade.
It's a disappointment to anyone who has dreams of a Hallmark holiday with Bing Crosby playing in the background. But don't worry, more than likely 2023 will still have a few days where we can sit on the couch with a blanket and watch the snow fall, something that even a cold weather hater like myself can't resist. Reporting in Wheeling, I'm Colin Roos, working for you.
Colin, thanks, and I agree with you. I'm not a winter person either, but technically speaking, we're only in meteorological winter right now. Astronomical winter will be on December the 21st when Earth reaches a certain position in its orbit. Well, there will soon be some gaps in the current landscape of Bel Air. AEP has purchased 7 houses between 34th and 36th Street to tear down to make way for a new power substation. Several of the houses were dilapidated and uninhabited. The rest were purchased by the power company. Mayor Ed Marling says improving the infrastructure will be an advantage to everyone within the community.
It lets the power company run their new cable from the north end of town up over the hill back down into the new substation that they're constructing. It'll cut the effects of lost power like we did there last winter, that they'll be able to change the grid pattern a little bit to help from the loss of power.
The mayor said the effects of last year's winter storm were, quote, pretty bad for an entire week, end quote. He noted that this project had to pause briefly because asbestos was found in one of those houses. He also said that house will have to be demolished carefully and taken to an approved landfill. He tells us the new substation will tie into others in Neffs, Hawthorne Hill, and Dilly's Bottom. It's a peak time of year for giving and donations all across the area, and the Salvation Army Red Kettle Drive is in full swing. Officials from the Wheeling Area Organization, which serves Ohio, Marshall, Wetzel, and Tyler counties, say they are currently at about 30% of their goal for the year. Captain Mark Van Meter says they are about $6,000 behind last year's mark. He also says that around 900 people will receive some type of assistance as a result of this year's Kettle Drive.
The Salvation Army is oftentimes seen as that organization that kind of resides in the community, but they don't know why they're important. We are providing shelters for homeless, food for people who come into our pantries, obviously this Christmas assistance, electric, rental, gas assistance. We help people out with clothing through our thrift store. So all kinds of opportunities for people who need assistance in our community.
Now, for those of you who don't carry cash, you can still help out. There is a QR code on the side of the barrel that will allow you to donate with your phone. You can also donate online at www.redkettlechallenge.com. Once you log on to that website and put in your information, the money goes to the community attached to your zip code. A festive holiday luncheon turned into a bit of a decorating contest this afternoon. Jingle Fest was sort of a challenge that the Wheeling Area Chamber of Commerce put out to the community. Groups could buy a table and choose any theme they liked to bring the holidays to life. Then, while enjoying a little bit of lunch, people voted for their favorites. While it was a day to have fun, it also raised money for Operation Toy Lift this weekend, which makes sure all children have gifts for Christmas.
Keep folks like Operation Toy Lift in mind, the Soup Kitchen. There's so many great nonprofits in Wheeling. We want to try to have a benefactor at almost every event. So think about those that don't have as much as we do and get out there and support them.
This was a first-time event, but Howard says it will definitely be back next year for the holiday season. In fact, he told me there was already some friendly competition being made for next year. Speaking of Operation Toy Lift, the Ohio Valley's very own Toy Story plays out every Christmas. The 6th annual Operation Toy Lift will rise over the Ohio Valley Mall to collect playthings for local kids. Tomorrow, you can bring an unwrapped gift or monetary donation to the mall, which the United Way will distribute. They will lift officials and some special guests in a bucket truck through the afternoon to call attention to the drive. It's a terrible disease, but also a common one, and Team Ford in Steubenville isn't letting their friends and co-workers who have battled it fight alone. In October, the dealership donated $100 for every car sold to the Women's Imaging Fund at Trinity's Tony Terramana Cancer Center. That gave them $6,600, which was then matched by Toyota Motor Corporation. All that money was offered to Trinity today to help the patients enduring their life-saving treatment.
Someone's affected by it. And someone's always fighting that battle, even if they're not kind of going through it at the moment, you know, still recovering on the other end of it, and, you know, just trying to do something to help them out, because it's a hard battle to fight, but they keep on fighting it.
Trinity Foundation's director says the money will be used for new equipment, which will directly impact the accuracy and dignity of patient care. Don't forget, WTRF will be airing our annual Home for the Holidays, a Loving Living Local holiday special, and your child could be part of it. Just email us at news@WTRF.com with your child's photo, their Christmas list, their age, and their hometown. Our special will air on WTRF ABC Ohio Valley on